something we've been looking at, or I've been looking at for a long time. I've never pulled the trigger on, that I've always considered. We have a repair tech in house full time, and I love the repair business. I've wanted to build a true repair division, like completely build trucks out, put repair techs in them, and put them on like a round robin calling system. As calls come in, they do repairs, right? Like I've got this vision of it. I know what it could be. The problem is it's a little bit difficult to get that kind of work at the dollar amount we need to get it at. So I've had this thought recently because we've had a couple of calls about it, including in our service and maintenance. Like, say that if you call in, you got a leak, part of what we potentially could offer you is a roof wash with your service. So if you got a bunch of black streaking, you got algae on the roof, whatever, yes, we'll come fix that one shingle or 5 shingles. We'll recaulk and seal all your flashings and boots. Oh, yeah, by the way, in this maintenance agreement, we're going to do a wash on the entire roof system. So your roof will not perform new, but it will also look new. So my question with that is anybody doing that? I know one guy that's doing it up in like Washington, but they've got moss that grows on moss. Like they have to do it. But in the rest of the country, is there anyone doing roof washing that's not a pressure washing company? Because I feel like as roofers, we should be able to sell roof washing superior to any pressure washing company because we have the experience of how to handle the roof, not damage it. Oh yeah, by the way, we can seal it and do any maintenance that needs done while we're up there. We know how to do that because we're roofers. We're obviously comfortable being up on, taller structures, standing on pitch, whatever. I just feel like it's something that in our industry I don't see in our side. It's the pressure wash, the house washers, right? The pressure washing guys. But none of the roofers take this on. I know it's a lower ticket item, but I mean, I look around the neighborhoods and I mean, I could pump out 5 of them a day. I think there's some real opportunity. I just don't know if the customer base there. I don't know if anybody's doing it and having success. That's my question.
I think it's a really interesting idea. And I also know we might be talking about the same person in Washington, the same company in Washington that does the roof washing. And they've been doing it a long time. Everyone wants to add solar or add siding. I guess it's because it's larger ticket. I guess that's probably the reason why most people don't touch it is because it is so small ticket. You're talking about bundling it in with repairs. Would you kind of force it on people where they're calling in
No,
for a repair and they're like, all I need is a repair, and you're like, no, you have to do the wash in
no,
order to
no.
get
What my vision on that is we sell a wash. Forced with the wash is a maintenance while we're there. We're going to clean your gutters. We're going to seal all the boots and flashings. That's going to happen. That's what's going to separate us from the pressure washing guys, right? In a shingle roof maintenance, there's not much to it, right? Recaulking stuff, you're cleaning gutters, what have you. Not a real difficult thing. So that would be forced with the wash. We do that with our repairs. So if we do a shingle repair, we repair 5 shingles in the field of a roof, we still do that. We do that no matter what. If we go on a roof for repair or anything, we're doing that. That's part of the value. Like, and it only takes 10 minutes. It doesn't take long with a caulking gun to go clean up and dress everything up one time.
yeah.
Same with when you're washing, before you start hosing things down, go seal up the chimney flashing and caulk around the tops of the boots and caulk and nail heads. That piece is what's forced in. You can buy a wash or you can buy a repair or you can buy both. But no matter what, we're going to do our routine maintenance. I don't know. Most people aren't worried about the maintenance side as much as they are, I feel like, the aesthetic side. There's 2 reasons people call. They've either got rain dripping on their head or their house is ugly as shit. Well, if I can make the ugly go away for $700, because I see it all the time. Jonah and I were driving around today. I mean, looking at roofs that are 10 years old and they're covered in black streaks, look like shit. $700, I can make that look good for 5 years with a wash. It doesn't need replaced. I don't want to sell them a roof replacement, but it'd be nice if their house looked nice. You know what I mean? I think the problem with roofers are we're all so greedy. We think that, oh, I got to have that $15,000 ticket, but you might only make $300 on it because you don't know your numbers. Well, I can sell a $700 wash and make $600 on it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
it it's not a fair way to build your business just off the ticket price. I know plumbers that charge $200 a service call, and I know some of them that do 10 a day, no material cost. You know what I mean? So it's like, you
Yeah.
think they're not making pretty good profit on that?
It's the feast and famine with just relying on roof replacements. There's a feast and famine. If you can smooth some of that out with lower ticket services. This is the argument for doing the repair service is that you have this, you stay in the hearts and minds of your market doing the low ticket services and you pad your revenue. But if you just had something else, just like it just allows you to have one more thing that's like that at that level. So you're just doubling down on that smaller ticket. You would charge, so like for average roof, it'd be like $700 or something for.
I literally have never done it one time in my life, so I have no idea. But it is something that you could bid by the square foot. That's kind of what's appealing to me. Where repair work you can't. So with washing, I could bid that by the square foot. If 30 square house, I could do it real quick. I could do the math real quick through Google Earth or what have you, a measurement tool. Okay, well, you got 30 square. I'm going to charge, $10 a square. Okay, well, it's $300. I could bid that over the phone. I think that's one of the keys to these smaller ticket items. You can't be sending sales reps to go bid them.
So would you even send a quote for that, or would you just straight send an invoice and just when they pay
So
you?
I would do it just like my repair pipeline is set up, my repair quotes. It's a single line item quote. It's just something for them to sign or initial, and that puts it on the schedule, right? Just a very generic quote that the receptionist sends, like not an inside salesperson. You can call her inside salesperson. It's not. It's a receptionist job, and she's going to just push notification a very generic quote to you for you to sign to give us the green light to get started. This is not in action, so don't mistake. I am not doing this. I would love to think that it's possible. For some reason, there's something in my head not computing 100% where I'm missing a link somewhere, and I haven't figured it out yet to get myself to, I guess, pull that trigger.